Hey guys, welcome back to Miss Rainey's classroom, and today we're talking about Sir Isaac Newton.
Sir Isaac Newton was a 17th century scientist who revolutionized physics and mathematics. He developed calculus and his three laws of motion that help us to understand the world around us. Here are his three laws.
Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will stay at rest, and an object in motion will stay in motion until acted upon by an unbalanced force. Let me demonstrate.
Notice how Danny Ray's wheelchair is currently at rest. If Emily enacts an unbalanced force upon it, it will leave rest and go into motion. When Emily pushes Danny Ray and she enacts an unbalanced force upon herself, she stops. It's important to note that all objects resist having their motion changed. This tendency to resist having their motion changed is known as inertia. The greater the mass of an object, the greater its inertia. If the wheelchair was gigantic, it would take more people than just Emily to push it. This is because the mass would be greater, and thus its inertia would be greater too.
The force of an object is equal to its mass times its acceleration.
If an object is acted upon by a net force, the change in velocity will be in the direction of the net force. The acceleration of an object depends on its mass, and the more mass an object has, or the more inertia that it has, the harder it is to accelerate. More mass means less acceleration if the force acting on the object is the same. So, for example,
Notice how the car with the less mass goes farther than the car with the greater mass.
Newton's third law of motion states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The first object that takes an action, this ball, exerts a force on a second object. The second object exerts the same force in the opposite direction, back towards the first object. The Hamilton